Today we will be interviewing Jay Gupta, a student from Step by Step School Noida and an incoming student at NYU's Mechanical Engineering course. He worked with Hamari Pehchan NGO for his project Wired, which stands for Wandering into Robotics Education. Some of Jay's key achievements include creating a robotics curriculum and conducting workshops over the course of 2 years for over 400 students from low-income households. He also raised 1 lakh rupees, which he donated to robotics resources for students. It's a pleasure to have you with us, Jay.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about the beginning of your journey. What inspired or moved you to pick up this cause?
Right. So essentially, the reason why I chose to start Project Wired was I was at a robotics competition where I met another low income team, and they were able to do some truly inspiring and innovative things with the sort of resources that they had. And upon asking their coaches as to how they got in contact with these students and how long they'd been working with them, I realized, in fact, that motivated me to sort of try to do that by myself, and propagate and teach students within my own locality robotics, and hopefully one day move towards that. But yeah.
All right. The next question is what made you decide to work with Hamari Pehchan, and how do you think working with Hamari Pehchan was different from perhaps working on the project alone?
Right. So the reason why I chose to work with Hamari Pehchan was because a few of my seniors had worked with them before, and along with that, my counselors as well had suggested to work with you guys. So that's the reason why I chose to work with you guys. And in terms of how it would have been different if I would have gone alone, I think Hamari Pehchan was really helpful because of the amazing infrastructure that they have. In the slum areas, they have classes and ready to use spaces for me to just go and do what I wanted to do, which was essentially teach the children. And along with that, if I would have tried to go by myself into these slum areas, it um, creates a sense of awkwardness, or they might not be quite sure what I'm trying to do. And because of the fact that they've been going for 10 years, they have amazing connections, and in that sense, it was very easy for them to trust me, and it was just pretty easy to go about it. But yeah.
Alright, great. How do you think this project helped you as a student?
Yeah. So I think this project helped me as a student because it helped me understand my own love for robotics, and that truly deepened through this project. And along with that, it helped me in a huge way with my college applications as well. And the entire social work aspect was a big part of my application, and it helped me get into places like NYU and UCL and UC San Diego. And of course, it gave me a huge sort of gratitude towards the background that I come from and the sort of resources that my family's provided for me, and I'm happy that I was able to give that back. So yeah.
So tell me, what was the most fulfilling aspect of this entire journey?
I think the most fulfilling aspect of this entire journey was the fact that I was truly able to give back to the community and connect with all these students. I think one anecdote that comes to mind that really struck me and stayed with me was the fact that after 5 or 6 workshops and classes, I truly connected with the children over there to the point where they would like come all the way out to the class outside to come and pick me up and walk me in, and I would talk to them about all sorts of things like cricket and other things like that while walking in. And it was difficult sometimes to even leave the classes because I would literally almost get escorted out by all these students, and it was that was just something that I'm never going to forget. And it was truly fulfilling to be able to give back to the community in that way, and that was just amazing.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful, which brings me to my next question.
Yeah.
What do you think was the biggest lesson this entire journey taught you?
I think that the biggest lesson that this entire journey taught me was that as long as you give, people the right resources, it's truly amazing the things that they can do. So yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Second last question.
Yeah.
Tell us about one memory from this project that you'll never forget.
Yeah. So one memory that I'll never forget is one time I walked into class after around 10-15 classes, and in the corner I saw this huge thing that they'd made out of cardboard, and it was essentially upon asking them what it was, they told me that they'd used the stuff that they'd learned from my classes and many other classes to sort of build a study desk that they can use at night. It had a solar panel on top, and there were lights and stuff. So it was just that's just one thing I'll never forget. And, I think that really reiterates the things that we said before about the resources. So, yeah.
Coming to our final question, what is one message you would like to give to students who are trying to start their own social projects or trying to get into social work?
So one message that I would give is, just start doing it. Don't try and go into the logistics and, all of that kind of stuff. If as long as you have the right partners, just as Hamari Pehchan was to me, uh, it really makes the entire process easier. So, just sort of go for it, I would say, and don't think too much about it. But yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.